So this evening we're going to be taking you on a tour and you can see some of the facilities we have here. So whilst this has been a particularly difficult year for all of us, it poses some fantastic opportunities for our students in the future. Construction was one of the first industries to return, and engineering, we're going to have such a shortage. So now's the time. Get your engineering head on and come and join us here at Brooklands. As you'll all be aware, scientists this year have worked harder than ever to help us with this pandemic. So science is definitely in the forefront of a shortage of workers in the future. We need you now. We need you to come and join us now so that you can help us all in the future.
Because we've obviously had that rain. Water removed. Continue taking off layer by layer. Make sure you leave the skeleton pedestals. Yeah, so it's got anything underneath so you can see it. Photography. Yeah, as you go down, documenting what you're doing as you go in. Okay, what the students are doing at the moment is they're carrying on from a previous lecture in forensic anthropology, where they are recovering 2 sets of human remains that have been discovered, and they're collecting them as per the procedures for forensic archaeology. Once they've done that, they will be taken back to the laboratory where the bones will be examined for injuries, wounds, etc. to try and identify how the person died, if it was mysterious, or if they're older than they appear, whereupon they would become under the archaeology side of things. Anything that goes 70 years is not suspicious, or they don't tend to look at them as being suspicious. They just fall under the remit of the police. But that being said, if obviously wounds are found, then we'd need to look at that and identify doing next. But at the moment they're recovering, and it takes a while because they're only taking small layers of earth off from around the bones to leave the bones on pedestals of earth cemented. Then we can start.
It's fun, it's practical, and the teachers are really nice. I just think it's really interesting.
What are your sort of favourite projects that you've worked on?
Probably this, actually. Even though it's hard work, it is good. So yeah. And I like forensic psychology because that's quite interesting too. But we haven't done any like proper projects on that yet. And the photography.
What do you want to do in the future after you've left?
I want to go to uni. I want to get my degree in forensic psychology. And I think I want to be a profiler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
We learned about it literally the other day, but it looked really good, so yeah.
Oh, so you learned of it and then you thought,
yeah,
that's what I want to do.
I want to do this, but I feel like profiling's kind of, I don't know. I do like doing this, but I just feel like it's very hands-on and you have to be really careful.
Doing qualitative acids, so they have some amino acids, alanine, albumin, which are amino egg whites, so they are test identification for.
3 drops into 1 minute of that into there, mix them apart. Then we have the Belgian drips. We've got 5 drips in there, and then we put another one of the 1% here, and we mix it with an inhygen, and it just needs to sit bath. About, I think, is it about 1 minute? I think 1 minute, 2 minutes.
We're doing applied science forensics first year at Brooklands College. We do the basic chemistry, biology, and doing chemistry, seeing how spirit burners heat up things and how much mass they lose.
And what aspects of the course do you do?
I really like psychology because we also do things like psychology, where it comes under like things like criminal profiling, etc., and things like environmentals, where we use bug cycles to figure out times of deaths, and archaeology and anthropology, and obviously digging up bodies and remains. My favourite is psychology so far. I do criminal profiling, where you can basically get a whole offender's profile out of nothing.
So can I ask why you chose Brooklands?
It's very local to me, and it's the only one I really found that does forensics like specifically, instead of doing things like criminology and stuff like that. I found nearby that does forensics in itself.
And then what do you want to do after the course?
I do want to go further into forensics and the police, be crime scene investigation or anthropology.
1, 2, 30.
32. I'm lighting it.
School you can compare with others.
My name is Brandon Johnson. This course, because it's more practical, I really enjoy the practical side of it. So bag area, boot area, you throw your bags up there, and then you go to your bag, depending on. So you've got level 1, a majority back here, and then you have level 2s that are working. Basics on level 1, realising what you've got to do. On level 2, peers and well, like that, you've got cavity wall, and then the apprenticeships course. So they only come in about once a week because they're working for the rest of it, but on all sorts. So here they are doing a cavity wall over here. This is the start of it, not finished yet. That is, so here is the apprentices. It's not too many of them, but they get bigger every year. Just continue to walk through. Level 2 space here.
Hi, this is one of our level 2 students. He's currently doing an assessment job on a cavity wall. We've got 12 hours to finish this wall.
That's your face work. This is like the front of the house, obviously, and that's where you gap for your insulation. So all your insulation goes in there. Keeps your house insulated, and that's where your block work, put it in like the interior, and then that all obviously gets like rendered or whatever it gets passed in, and corner where the wall ties in to tie the 2 walls together, because otherwise they go that, and that's it really.
So is this your first year or second year?
Second year this is.
Okay.
Second.
What do you like about the course?
Might be, I don't know, I like when it's all done and it looks good. I feel like quite proud of yourself. That's what I enjoy doing. That's just the bit I enjoy best.
And are you going to go on to
hopefully go onto the site and get some.
This is Brandon Johnson, currently doing assessment with level 1 and a half brick wall return.
The practical side of it beats being stuck in a classroom all day. Get something practical out, and then it's a skill for life really. Once you've learned it, you've got it behind you. You've always got it. Every in the right spot or whatever, you always have to find work that's labouring.
What do you plan to do in the future?
I plan to get onto level 2, think about level 3, and then just work from there. Work on sites and then for a small company if I can find one.
Would you recommend Brooklands?
Sorry?
Brooklands?
Yeah. Brooklands, when they come in and give me a speech at school, they're just friendly, they're just nice, they're always happy to talk about
you know, the good things about the course, and there's not really anything bad about the course. Everything's good, everything's exciting.
Thank you.
So you can see here Level 1 Country and Joinery, Group A, currently undertaking their Level 1 Diploma in Culture and Joinery. At the moment, a couple of them are doing some nice Christmas gifts for their parents. So some of them are making little flowers, they're marking those out, they put some decorative edges. Other than that, generally the learners are working on their hand joints for Level 1 Carpentry. They started that back in September, and they will go, at which point they will start doing their assembly, looking to finish the year. So yes, around the dovetail half got some corner market away is doing one over there, and Jen practicing there. So what we learn 4 feet on each side.
Normally on site with this company we have to do it for just the building.
So this is a part of
Yeah. Pretty easy.
So what do you want to do after you leave Brooklands? Is this your first year or second year?
Nah, it's my 4th year.
Fourth year?
Yeah, no, I went Ashford one to do some multi-skills course, and came here for Level 1, did Level 2, now it's Level 3.
Fabulous.
Yeah, it's alright.
And what will you do after this?
I want to find an apprenticeship so I can learn everything. Like get everything, all the knowledge done, and then hopefully find a good job.
Great.
So I'll learn it all.
So what do you like about Brooklands?
The people, the teachers.
You like the practical side, do you?
Yeah, the practical side definitely is better. I'm not really writing, firm, hands-on.
But we're just doing a miniature scale roofing now. We've got trusses here and there. We've added a ladder here. Then we're adding some boards here, which are meant to represent, at the ends of the roof, which is mostly plastic now they use. It's quite good to just come in, get on with stuff, got the tools we need, there's plenty of impact drills, plenty of saws, chop saws, bits of wood.
And what do you want to do after Brooklands?
Pretty much the same thing as him, get an apprenticeship, learn bits and bobs from everywhere. Hopefully start doing it as my own business, work when I want to work. Go on holiday when I want to go on holiday and all of that. And also hopefully finish it because, everything keeps closing and that, so let's hope it doesn't close again.
Well, good carpenters make a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly. But it'd be nice to learn bits and bobs about tiling, maybe a little bit of plumbing, every now and then. Just learn some stuff on the job.
And what's over here? What have you been doing? These are stud walls?
This isn't us, this is I think Level 2, but this is stud wall. We had to do this for Level 2. So you do your stud wall, put all your bits, and then you put in your door lining, and then your door, and you've got to chisel out a little trench where your door hinges, and then you've got to chisel out a little hole here, which is where the actual door bit goes in. I think these people actually, there you go. So this is our chop saw. You can change it from any angle. You can do diagonal 45-degree cuts or straight 45-degree cuts. It says it all on here. There's a little arrow here that tells you. It's off at the moment, but there's a little light that will show you where the actual cut will be. You just flick that, pull it forward, go straight. Simple as that, gets the job done. Got our batteries here for our impact drills. For charging, I've got different ones with different drills, a bit of scrap wood. Another chop saw here. We've got these things here, but we haven't actually used these yet. But these are mostly, so this bit is mostly used for cutting boards. I'm not too sure what the name of it is, but you put big sheets of board and that will cut it. And then this is for when you're just doing repetitive cuts on little bits of timber. and then that's like it's kind of like a giant vacuum. It's called a dust extractor, and what it does is all the tower machines here, when you turn it on, it will take all the dust off, so instead it won't get in your way, causing, you know, difficulties and all that. That, actually remember from DT in school, Cairo is cool, but that is, if you get a square bit of wood and you plop that in there, and you get a little bit here, it's actually how you make it into like a cylinder. So like, more symmetrical. If you're doing like a little fancy table, if you want fancy little table legs, put a bit of wood in it, get a chisel, and you literally go along like that, and it carves like into a symmetrical cylinder shape, and then you carve your little indents and all that, so you get a fancy bit of circular wood. So yeah, if you want to know where you get circular bits of wood, that's where you get it. That's pretty much it really. Our tools are now over here. We've got some hacksaws here, tendon saws are on the other side, chisels,